Guys, I am going to show you today how to give a full glam look, including your brows. What I have on right now is a little bit of mascara, and then I have on just a brow gel made from Roden & Fields that I really love. I swipe it on sometimes just to give a little bit more color to my blonde brows. So I'm going to start with my Saint palette. These are all my colors. Everything, though, is customized for you. So if you don't have an artist, I would love to be yours. All you have to do is fill out my online makeup form and I will help you find the right colors. As you can see, I'm getting pretty low on some of my colors, which the best thing about this is when you do run out, all you do is pop out that particular color. Try not to throw it on the floor. Order a replacement and pop it back in. These replacement tins can run anywhere between $12 to $16, so depending on what you're ordering. Okay, so I'm going to start out. I'm going to use the buff brush for this. We have several brushes. This is just the one that I like to use. So I'm going to start with my contour. Scratch that. I'm actually going to warm up my complexion first with a little trick I like to use. So using a really dark highlight color called Icon, I'm going to take the large end of my blush and bronzer, and I'm just going to go across my complexion to warm it up. This is great too if you want to do a fake tanner, but let's face it, you just forgot to put it on or don't want to deal with the yucky smell. This is a really great way to fake a tan. And if Icon seems too light for you, you can also do Muse, which is a bit darker as well. Again, this is a highlight made for darker skin tones, but works for my skin tone to darken it just a tiny bit. So going back to the buff brush and using my Astoria contour, I like to use the small end, and I'm going to start with my contour. You can play with the placement, but the biggest thing is you don't want to run it too low on the face because you want to lift the face. You don't want to make the face look dropped. And then I'm going to put a little bit here along my forehead. And you can even use the contour to kind of give an illusion. If you're using a dark contour, you can give the illusion of a thicker hairline if you want. And then the next thing I'm going to do is place it just right along the jawline. And then I just blend that down. Like that. Okay, before I move on, I'm gonna then take my two fingers and I'm gonna use the contour shadow, which is a really gray contour. And I'm just putting my fingers really close together and bringing it down. That gives me kind of my markings to contour my nose. Again, this is for a little bit of a glam look if you're wanting to really glam it up. Everybody's nose is different. Mine sticks up. And so I'm not contouring it completely like I would someone else's. Okay, then I'm gonna go on to my highlight color. So using the large end of the buff brush, my highlight color right now is probably Aura. I'm kind of between Aura and Candlelit, but as you can tell, I'm kind of putting that on. It looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I'm blending it back out. Less is more, so if you feel like you want a full coverage, I can assure you, you will get full coverage with this makeup if you blend it just right and put the right color in the right spot. If you like light coverage, it's going to work for you as well. I like a light coverage. I like a little bit of a buildable coverage. But with light coverage, it lets my skin show, it lets my skin breathe, and it just kind of shows, it just evens out my complexion. And see, I got a little bit too much on my brush there, but the great thing about this is, and that's what will happen sometimes if you're at the very end of your container. It happens to me a few times. But I'm just kind of blending that out. The very, very end though, I'm gonna use our Perfector sponge to kind of soak up any excess of the foundation. So, I've put on my main highlight color. The next thing I'm gonna do is take this Best Blends Forever brush. I'm going to use a brighter highlight like Linen. Linen and White Peach are really great ones for brightening under the eye. And I'm just going to take it, I start kind of here and then move up into the under eye area. If you have problems sometimes with circles, I can help you color correct that. Just shoot me a comment or message below and I can help you get that taken care of. All right, so I'm going to use the large end of the same brush to apply my blush. Today, I think what I'm going to do is go with Hollywood, and I'm just taking a little bit onto my brush. You don't want to go too high, which I tend to do because my face is short and round. But you can kind of see when I smile that it shows off the apples of my cheeks, and that is the point. So again, if you're just not tuning in and you have not tried this makeup before and you're not sure what color, please let me customize a color match for you. We have tons of colors, tons of highlights, tons of contours and illuminators, and I can recommend the best one for your complexion, because if you're ordering too light, which most people do, you're not going to like the product. It's not going to go on right. It's going to look very textured and cakey, and it's just not, you're not going to like it. So you have to have an artist that knows what she's doing to give you the best recommendation. Okay, and it doesn't take me long at all to get back to you with that information. All right, so I have applied my highlight, my contour, my blush, and now I'm going to cover a few spots up with the multitask brush, and then I'm going to use Aura and Candlelit together to kind of cover up a little blemish I have here. I just tend to tap it and then dot it with the warmth of my finger. I'll kind of go over any spots that kind of bother me. Not that anyone's getting that close to me right now, since we are in the middle of quarantine. Not quarantine, but you know what I mean. All right, so now I'm going to warm up my complexion a little bit more with our Bella bronzer mixed with the Glow Illuminator. Again, this is a very glam look, so you don't have to do this for every day, but I do love the glow that the Glow Illuminator gives you. And I just like the warmth on my cheeks. Okay, so because I got that bronzer a little high, I'm just going to blend that down. And now I'm going to apply an illuminator. So I'm going to use one that we don't make anymore, but I just love it. It's called Dream, and it's a cream illuminator. It has sort of a pink iridescent. One that is very comparable to this is Angel, which is a cream. And if you want a powder, Starlit would be the one for you that's going to give you this same illumination, like this tone. Okay. And then the great thing about all of our lip and cheek, or all of our cheek, is that it doubles as a lip. So I'm going to take Nude. That's Nude by itself, but I'm going to mix a little bit with some Baby Watermelon. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Petal, which I like right here, just to lighten it up a little bit. Okay, moving on. Let me show you my brows. Again, I do have a little bit of Rodin & Fields, their brow gel on it. So I'm just kind of brushing my brows into place. I have a little bit of wax on my brush right now. And then I'm going to take, this is a different compact, but I'm going to take the color Oak, which is one of our eyeshadows, and I'm just going to follow along my brow, right under it. If you don't have your brows microbladed, or if you just already have great brows but really unsure about your shape, I will do a quick tutorial at some point to show you, so just stay tuned, how to find that right shape. So I don't want to overdo my brows. Personally, that's me. Like, I like a very natural brow for my face, and I just like to work with what I have. Okay, so there are my brows. Moving on, I'm going to show you some eyeshadows. So I'm going to use these colors right here, and I'm taking the multitasker brush with Cupcake, and I'm just going to go right, this is Cupcake, right here, and I'm just going to go right along the brow line, to illuminate my brow a little bit more. Then I'm gonna take Pup, which is this color right now, and I'm gonna use it kind of as a base on my eyelid. It's a beautiful light neutral color. It's just, if you want just a really great everyday color, Pup is your girl. So there's Pup. Now I'm going to my trusty favorite brush, the eyeshadow brush. It's super easy to use. And I'm gonna take Leo, which is this one right here. And I like to use the large end for this. And I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth in my crease. Don't be afraid of Leo. It is like a pumpkin orange, but it's a really pretty color. And it is great at just bringing out your blue eyes. If you have green eyes, pretty much every eye color can really benefit from this color. Then I'm gonna take this small end and go back into my Leo again, and I'm gonna bring it right under this lower lash line, kind of where that natural crease is. It's gonna give your eyes a little bit more of a sultry look. Okay, then for fun, I'm gonna take a little bit of Ginger, which is this color right here, and it's a shimmer. It's really fun. I'm gonna take a little bit and go right on the lid, and I'm gonna have to apply a little bit more mascara. Normally I wouldn't apply mascara before I put my makeup on, but I worked out this morning and I thought, let's just throw on a little bit of mascara. So now I'm going with Ken, which is this color right here. And I'm gonna take a little bit right here on the inside corner of the eye. And then I'm gonna take my brush, getting any excess off by just wiping it on my hand. And I'm gonna blend that. That right there it gives you a more sunken in look. So I like to add more to this personally, but every eye shape is different. And so you kind of have to figure out what works with your eye shape, what eye shape you want to have. Like if your eyes are really rounded or not sunken in enough, not deep set enough, then you can kind of create a little bit more of a deep set appearance. Okay, so I just added a little bit of that Ken on the outer edge. And now I'm just kind of blending it. I'll even blend it a little bit over. Just like that. Now, one other thing I'm gonna do is do my pink color right here. I'm gonna add just a dab of it right there. If you don't wanna use a cream for this, you can also use Tawanda, which is a really fun pink color. But that just kind of adds a pop of color to bring people right in the center of your eye so they're focusing on your eyes. I'm also going to go with my illuminator. This one is Honey, and I'm going to do like a little illuminator right in the inner crease. Okay, I could stop it there, add a little mascara and go, but I am going to put a little bit of eyeliner. So I'm going to use the Black Friday eyeliner, which is this one right here, the small end of the multitasker brush. This is going to give, it's not going to give you that liquid eyeliner look. It's going to give you of a pencil slash kind of a kohl, not too smudgy. It's just right. If you're familiar with Bobbi Brown's gel eyeliner, I really like this. The price point's a little bit better as well, which is always nice. All right, so I'm going to find my mascara, apply a little bit of that, which is kind of hard when you already have mascara on to add mascara on again. So you could now apply your lashes. If you have some lash strips, you could just wear your mascara, whatever you want to do. I am just going to apply my mascara just like that. So there's a look which I really love. One other thing that I want to do is add a little bit of more contour to my nose. So I'm going to use a little brush, just a little brush I have here. I'm going to dab it into my shadow. There we go. And the look is complete. Now, sometimes I will powder all of this with vanilla dust setting powder. Sometimes I won't. It really just depends on my skin that day. If it's super oily, which I'm never really super oily, but if my skin's a little on the oily side, I'll powder it. If it feels a little dry, I won't powder it. And today, I don't think I'm going to powder it. I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as it is. You can finish with a setting spray. I tend to just finish like this. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, comment below.